Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomacher. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't already, go on down and hit subscribe. We can wait.
Yep, I'll wait.
But not that long. She's got to go sell books. So come on, hit subscribe. Thanks for coming back over and over and over again, checking out fantastic authors, artists, creators of all kinds. We are at the 3rd annual Book Obsessed Babe author signing event in Jacksonville, Florida, hosted by Tyra Wiles. And I'm here hanging with Tamara McHatton, the author of Deadly Obligations.
Yes.
And Call of Duty.
It's the Call of Duty series.
The Call of Duty series. Do the math, okay? Here it is, and we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
So, first, Tamara, thank you for hanging with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Let's talk about Deadly Obligations. Let's start there. Give us the book blurb.
It was basically based on my life with my ex-husband who was special ops. And I took some creative license and things like that with it. Basically, I put him and his wife and his kids in danger, and he's got to go save them. But the story behind the story is even cooler because this is my current husband. I took that picture on the roof of our house. That's his AR-15. And we had rappel ropes and harnesses on the tree, and we lived next to a retired judge who walked out going,
I'm loving that.
Isn't that cool?
Why won't y'all let me have my air assault gear on the roof? That's just the way it ought to be, right?
Yeah.
See?
A lot of fun.
That's fantastic. Okay, so it's the Call of Duty series.
Correct.
That implies there's more.
Correct. The second one out is Deadly Loyalties.
Okay.
And it's a special ops group. And I'm
Awesome.
working on Deadly 3.
And deadlier.
Deadlier, yeah. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work,
right? Okay.
I also write Gladiator stories.
Yeah, we know, that's awesome, by the way. Can't wait to spin that up. And you guys check out, hubby doing his job here. He's selling books right from the cover. Now, what draws you to this kind of fiction?
Because I was raised around the military. Brothers, ex-husband, mom, dad, stepdad, uncles.
From one old infantryman, thank you to you and your family for your service. Very, very much.
You're quite welcome.
We love our service members. My kids grew up around me and around it, and so they went off to serve as soon as they could. We've got a Marine, a soldier out in Alaska right now, because for some reason that made sense to the Army. Take the Florida kid and send him to Alaska.
Oh boy, I bet he's loving that one.
Well, now they got him acclimated to Alaska, so now they're sending him to Texas, because Army logic, folks.
Exactly.
Love it, right?
That's exactly what it is.
And then and we've got one in the Air Force up in Georgia. So just they're making the rounds. And so thank you very much. So I understand you also write Gladiator stories.
Yes, I do. And I've got 2 of them. And it's 3rd century AD.
You like the guys, don't you?
Yes.
Stuck in my gut a little bit here. She likes the guys. She's got gladiators and special operators.
I write women's lit. I don't, and I hope I don't offend anybody when I say this, I don't write sappy, innocent romances. In my books, these are about military guys. They're going to use that kind of language, and it's going to be hard hitting the whole way through. And that's the way I write.
Connotation is everything. You said hard hitting. She started smiling behind the camera.
I was going to say something else. I decided I would be nice.
And that's all YouTube needs to know.
Something about walls.
I got nothing. Where do I go? How are readers liking the stories?
They're loving the stories. I get that they're very intense. I've actually had some of my readers read the book who are married to military men and hand it to them. They're like, I don't want to read this. It's romance. And it's like, they give it to them, they can't get the book back. So I know guys like it too.
I had right here at somewhere in the event here is one of our former guests on the show, which is Julie Morgan. I read her Special Ops series from a guy's perspective. I read it because we interviewed Julie, and I thought, okay, I'm not a romance guy, but I'll read it. And I did. You know what? If you have a military spouse, a military family, a military background, and you know what you're writing, it is just as much for us as it is for them. Because there's a lot in them that speaks to the guys, and especially if you've served, because you'll hear things that you haven't heard in a long time. The images that are being conjured of the guys going through their daily lives will remind you. We love to look backwards.
And in fact, on my second Jamina book, the model that's on the cover is in the military.
Awesome. We're going to move on from talking about books to what we call our clickbait portion of the show.
Clickbait?
Clickbait.
Uh-oh.
In internet terms, clickbait are those headlines that you see that draw you away from Facebook, but then you get over the story and you're like, that's not what that was. But what we're going to do is we put our own spin on it. I'm going to ask you some completely ridiculous questions. Your real life answers are going to determine whether or not I have a great headline. See?
Okay.
All right. See, but it's going to be okay. We'll ease into it. What's your hidden talent?
My hidden talent? Cooking.
Cooking. Good cook? Awesome.
I think so.
Okay, if you could write yourself a cameo into any fictional universe, where would it be?
Braveheart.
Braveheart.
I love men in kilts.
And you guys can take that anywhere you want to. Just saying. And all our fans from the Ren Fair circuit are all lining up now.
Oh, yes.
See? Okay. What is the last must-have that you saw from one of those as seen on TV ads? It's the last thing you just were like, oh, I have one of those.
Oh my gosh, I've got so many of them. I can't even count. My husband won't even take me into the store on the end
whole
caps.
aisle. That's right.
Exactly.
Walmart
it's like,
It's crazy, isn't it? That's
he
where
grabs my hand and pulls me out of the store.
That's where the royalty checks go. Right to the as seen on TV ad. Okay, I have to ask, as long as we're doing the clickbait segment, Horn Grannies rock.
Yes, they do.
Awesome pin.
It's not my button. It's another writer's button, and she gave it to me because it went along with me being a guy wrangler.
Guy wrangler.
So she thought that I should have it.
That's fantastic. We have your pins here.
Yes.
Then you have another button here. What is this? What is that one? What is this up?
This one is I'm hunting cowboys. Yeah, and that's
okay. We're gonna skip the favorite cartoon question, and okay. So, if you were a box of cereal, what would you be? And because she's fun, we're gonna go with and why.
Oh, and why? I
get to change the questions. I'm the host.
I don't eat cereal, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'd rather make like an egg McMuffin
she's cooking.
Yeah, I'd rather cook.
Something hot.
Yeah.
See, it from here all the way to the kitchen, something hot. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you going to be next? Where are you going next from here?
Next, I'm going to Atlanta.
Atlanta? Specific event?
RT.
RT, okay. We're going to put a link for that down below so you can catch up. If you haven't been here at this event, you can catch up with Tamara at Atlanta. And we'll find links to her books and websites and social media and all those great places where you can find Tamara McHatton on the web. I got the card that says we got to go.
All right.
All right. So
it's been very, very
thank you
nice.
so much. And as we wrap it up, we want to thank our friends at Sunday Magazine, the Florida Book News, Wordfire Press, Space Coast Comics, Famous Faces and Funnies. These are the folks that share these videos all over the World Wide Web. They share our great creators with a larger audience, and we love them for it. I'm G.W. Palmacher. We are at the 3rd annual Book Obsessed Babes author signing event in Jacksonville, Florida. We've been hanging with Tamara McHatton, the author of Deadly Obligations from the Call of Duty series.
Yep.
Remember, folks, subscribe, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.
Thank you.